There is this conspiracy theory about Chinese people in Nigeria as well as some African countries that is currently going around, and we need to talk about it. In the wake of the brutal murder of 23-year-old Umita, the young girl who was killed by a Chinese man in Kano State, Nigeria, a revelation containing a very shocking claim is beginning to resurface, and it's making a lot of people question so many things, especially about the Chinese people working and living in Nigeria as well as other countries in Africa. In an article that was published by The Guardian as well as other blogs as at 2013, even 2018, there is this claim that suggests that a lot of these Chinese workers that was expatriated by the Chinese government to work in certain parts of Africa, let's say for contract job, for construction, and basically other companies, are criminals. Let me rephrase. The claim states that the Chinese government ship their criminals who have been convicted in their own country, either convicted of murder, rape, stealing, or any crimes at all. These criminals are being shipped as workers in Africa, and when they come to these African countries, they are actually free because they are not in chains, and in their passports it's not stated that they are criminals or they have criminal records or they are convicts who have been sentenced in their own countries. So to us, these are just Chinese people who had come to work on some project, on the roads, on the construction companies, on some infrastructures, whereas these men are most likely hardened criminals who have been sentenced and convicted in their own country. And funny enough, like I've already pointed out, this claim is not new, despite the fact that it's coming out again due to the fact that a young girl had been murdered by her Chinese boyfriend in Nigeria in the most brutal and gruesome, psychotic way. I mean, this even makes sense because when you look at the case of Umita, how the man was able to barge into her house and stab her multiple times till she dies, and then seeing the picture of his face, many people even pointed out that this man doesn't look normal. He looks like a psycho. But the thing is this his first murder? Is this his first time he's killing? Is there a chance that this man had killed people in his own country and was sentenced and locked up, and then despite the fact that he might have some knowledge of expertise, the country decided to ship him to Nigeria to work for us as cheap labor for the Chinese government? And if I recall correctly, this is not the first time a Chinese man is doing something this gruesome. There was a story I came across, but I'm not sure which African country that was. It could have been Kenya or Zambia, where a Chinese man mutilated the little boy's hand because the boy came to pluck fruit in his compound. Then there was another story of a Chinese man who sent a little boy on an errand, and when the boy came to his house to deliver whatever he had asked the boy to deliver, no one saw the boy again, only to discover that the little boy had been killed and mutilated and chopped into pieces and buried or dropped somewhere in the man's house. Then there was this Chinese man who was arrested for making videos, racist videos about African children, and he will film African children saying racist things about themselves in Chinese, and then he will post them on a Chinese website, and people in China would watch these videos and, you know, make jokes of it. And I'm sure there are so many more cases or stories about Chinese people committing crimes in these African countries, and maybe they don't get reported. However, does that mean that the claim that some of these people that the Chinese government bring to African countries to work might be hardened murderers, rapists, and criminals? A 2013 article from The Guardian was published regarding this story, regarding these claims. In fact, the House of Rep in Nigeria had even deliberated on this issue when they talked about how the Chinese government might be sending convicts in their countries as expertise to work in African countries as a form of cheap labor. Because let's face it, these people, these expatriates that the Chinese government keeps sending to Africa, if they are criminals, the Chinese government will not let us know. If the claims that the people being expatriated down here to work for the Chinese government are hardened criminals, then there is a serious issue that we need to be concerned about. This makes sense if you ask me. When I think deeply of it and seeing that this is a claim that have been around since 2013, even longer, it does seem believable. It sounds honestly believable to me. I don't see any reason to doubt it. But at the same time, it has not been proven. It has not been confirmed for a fact that these people might be convicts in their own country. And if that is the case, then this is a problem. But you guys, I want you all to let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts regarding this conspiracy theory. Do you believe that there is a truth in it? Or do you think this is just something that was made up? Don't forget to like, share this video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed yet. And when you subscribe, turn on the notification button so whenever there is an update, you will be the first to know. Thank you.